My name is Patty with Designs by Patty, and today I am going to be showing you how to get a picture from a calendar and place it on a heat pad. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get you turned here, and this is the pictures that I have chosen. And like I said, on the backs of them is a calendar, and I want to put these on a heat pad. I have not decided which one I want. This is a round one, and then I also have a square one, and I got these from the $1.25 tree, and so I will show you how we're going to get those done. And put you on my tripod real quick. Okay, had to get you on the tripod, and these are the images that I have chosen, and these, like I say, these are from calendars, and I'm just going to spread these out like this. And okay, I'm just going to use this makeup brush, and I'm going to just uh-oh, my tripod's not wanting to hold still. Okay, I am going to use just regular Mod Podge. See, it's just Mod Podge. And I'm going to pour this on my images. There seems to be a big clod of something in there I need to take out. Whoops, that was a lot. See if I can share that, because that was a lot on that one. Let's pour this over here. There we go. And then I'm just going to take my makeup brush, and I'm just going to smear this all the way over, all over this image. You want a pretty liberal amount on it, because you want to seal in the ink onto this, and this is acting like a sealer, or is a sealer. It doesn't have to act like it, and it's going to make it so that I can pour resin over the top of it, and it stays, it'll seal in that ink. So I'm just going to spread this and get this all the way covered. And I don't want any extra strokes on it. You just want one stroke, so that you don't have like where you can't see like this, where you can see where I picked the image up. So the paintbrush, or the brush. I guess it's not a paintbrush. Anyway, so I'm going to do this on all these images, all these pictures, and then I'm going to let it dry, and I will come back and do this 2 more times, a total of 3 times on each of these images. So it will be totally covered 3 times. Be sure that you pick your image up from the back off of this, because it will stick, and you don't want it to stick to the back. And I went over the edge of this, so let me just smooth this back out again. That's a little thicker than I want, so I'm going to take some of it and put it over on this image. Alright, once I do that, I will be back. Alright, I have put that Mod Podge over all 4 of the images. And so now I'm just going to let them sit there and let that Mod Podge dry. And I will do that again on all 4 images 2 more times. And then I will be back. Okay, we are back. And I have gotten these 4 pictures. They're all got the Mod Podge on them. And I did paint the back of them just to give them a little bit of a colorant so you can't see the numbers through it. I have gone ahead and cut these other ones out to the size that I want. And so what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to, the hot pad, and I'm going to place it down to kind of see what part of this image that I'm wanting to get. And I like the horse and the deer, and I want to get the barn. So I'm going to take it about here. I want the bridge, the water, so this is about where I'm going to put the image. So what I'm doing is just kind of seeing, I'm going to draw with my pen. It's not really drawing on it, it's mainly scoring it about where I want it. It'll just make it easier for cutting. I already know what size that I need to be cut, so that's just going to make it a little easier for me. And I have a self-healing pad underneath it. So then I'm going to take my straight edge and I'm going to put this down right along, I don't know if you can see it, right here. There's a little bit of a score mark, and I know this edge is straight. So I'm going to line that up with my 5 right here, all the way. Make sure that line is straight down my edge here. That'll make sure that the edge is straight here. So then I'm going to go ahead and cut along this edge. All right. And now that I know that this score is straight, I'm going to put my 12. The numbers don't matter so much as just getting it straight along this edge. So then I'm going to bring it over to where I had marked it. And this is making sure that I have 2 straight edges. Make sure my cutting mat is up underneath it. All right. So now I'm just going to press down, and again I'm going to cut this. So now I know I have 2 straight edges. And I know that I want this to be 7 3/4. So I'm going to put this right on my mark here. And it's going to be right there. Let's put it here. 7. Okay. So I'm going to put a mark right here saying that's my straight edge. So then I'm going to bring this over. There's where I cut it just a little bit. And I'm going to make sure it's straight all the way across. The bottom right here where I know that is straight, I'm going to put this directly on my edge, and then I'm going to cut it straight. All right. And again, I'm going to put it at 7 3/4 is right here. So I'm going to turn this so that I can cut it. Find my apparently I didn't cut it. 7 3/4 is right there. And so now I'm going to cut this one again, making sure I have it on a straight edge. My tin is all the way down the straight. I need to find there's my cut. Put that there. And like right there. And then I'm going to cut it so all 4 sides should now be straight. So then I'm going to take my board, place it over the top, and look at that. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect. And that's the way it's going to look on all right. Now I'm going to get it ready to put some resin on it, and then I'll be back. Okay. Now we are back. Make sure that this is all nice and straight, or nice and clean, I'm sorry. I have mixed up 25 cc's of Mr. Nola's Speed Dry Epoxy, and I'm going to put a little bit on here, and then I'm just going to smooth it in. It doesn't need to be a real thick layer. It just needs to cover the entire surface. So I'm just going to spread this all the way around. Using about, I don't know, 3 or 4 cc's. And I'm just going to spread this all the way across all 4 sides, all along the edges. Once I get it to all the edges, and I'm going to come back and make sure it's completely smooth. I don't want any lines or any areas that I've missed. If it drags, that means there's no epoxy on it. So I'm just going to smooth this down. Trying not to leave any real lines on it. Kind of have to work fast because it is speed dry epoxy. Then I'm going to take my image and I'm going to lay it flat down across against this, trying to make sure that all the edges are on it. And then I'm just going to push down to make sure that there's no air up underneath. And then I will do that to all 4 of these images. And then I will be back. Okay, I'm back again. These have now dried, and I'm going to put some resin on the back of this to finish them up. This is what the front looks like. It looks really, really good. I'm really happy with it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to mix up some resin, and I'm going to put it on the back. I'm going to make it black, and then I'm going to put it on the back of this to seal this in. And once I get that done, then we will be ready, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, I have mixed up 90 grams of the Mr. Nola's glass coat epoxy. I have put some black pigment paste in here, and now I am just going to put it on here and smear it around. And I do want it kind of thick. I don't want it transparent. So I'm just going to smear this to the edges. Try not to go over the edge, but all the way to the edge. Epoxy is self-leveling, so if you can, it will bubble up if you don't go over the edge. So I'm just going to get it all the way to the edge so that it can adhere to the glass, because I made this picture just a little bit smaller than the glass so that the epoxy would have something to grab onto. Excuse me. And so I'm just going to smear this over, all over. Trying not to leave any piece, any of the sides not touched. I want to get all the way to the sides, to the edges, and make sure it's all covered. I will go around the edge of the glass, around the very side, trying to make... I will go over the edge, or to the side of the glass, or the edge of the glass, trying to make sure that none has been, make sure it hasn't gone over the edge. I'm just going to cover the entire surface of this. Once I have that covered, I'm just going to put a little bit more on here just to give it a little more thickness so that it's not so transparent. And then I will do the rest of the other images, the rest of the other hot plates. All right, then I will be back. All right, we have finished doing this. This is the front of the hot pads. And then I have gotten the back covered also. And so this is the back of the hot pad. So they turned out great. Thank you for watching.